Okay, so good morning and good evening, everybody, and welcome back in today's class. Uh, Yesterday we discussed about CSDM model or CSDM, not model, CSDM concept. If you want to do a little bit more deep dive in that, I prefer you can go a course available on the Now Learning with the name called the CSDM Fundamentals. Try that course. It will give you a little bit more depth about this concept, and then you can able to understand more in the deeper manner. Okay, now the today's topic we are going to be discuss is mainly on the next part of CSDM, that is called the CMDB. Okay, generally I start this topic with example. The definition says, or the combination of words says configuration management database. Or configuration management database. Being a mature in industry, we know the meaning of these three words: management, data, and base. We know, we understand. But what is the meaning of configuration here? That is important for us to understand. That what is the meaning of the configuration here? To understand this part, because again, many of us new in this ServiceNow world as well, and we don't know about anything these stuff like configuration to the configuration item kind of things. Let me give a very basic example just to understand this part. So in our house, we have a lot of things. We have bed, we have study table, we have laptop. Not laptop, I'll not say laptop you can say, but as of now, let's avoid using the word laptop here. My study table, my sofa set, my kitchen utensils, my gas stove, my oven, my microwave, my washing machine, beddings, bed mattresses, all these things. What these things are doing? They are supporting us to have a good life. Question can be there that how it can be good life, or I can say they're supporting in us in the life so that we can survive, we can continue in our life. If I convert this definition into the technical term, then I can say the components which provide or not provide, the component which support to provide the services to the customer are called the configuration items. Means we are using a word called CI. The components which help us or which support us to provide the services to the customer is called the configuration item. If you remove the bed from your house, it is tough for you to survive, because maybe you need to be sleep on the floor. Or if you remove the kitchen utensils from your kitchen, then it will be tough for us to survive. So in short, where I am storing these details, these components, that is called the configuration item database management. That's called the CMDB in short. Okay. This is the basic meaning of the CMDB. And this is the thing of the CI, configuration item. Now let me do a little bit more deep dive in this area. Okay, let's say in Rajesh house, he has one bed. Okay, just listen to the example. One bed, one air conditioner, one TV, one fridge, one sofa set, one study table, one mattresses, few spoons, plates, serving spoons, bowls. Okay, pot, flower pot. I'm saying here. Scooter, bike, washing machine, microwave. Now, if I put all these things together in front of you, it is tough for you to say that on in which category these items belong. Means if I say scooter, bike and car, you can categorize these three in a one single word. Atul, these are the motor vehicles. Chalo, theek hai. Done. If tomorrow Rajesh bring a new cycle, then that also considered as a motor vehicle. Okay. Second option, TV, fridge, oven, laptop is called the electronic items. Second category. Right. Then sofa, center table, mattresses, bed. These called the furniture category. So now if you notice that earlier we had 20 or 30 names, but now we have only few categories. In ServiceNow, these category called the classes, because we have a lot of type of CIs. For a network provider service company, the routers, the switches, the IPs are also considered as a configuration item. So if I am providing a services to a small village and I'm using the 200 routers, then this 200 become a CI for me. This is what we have to be understand. So these are the classes. Don't worry, we'll see in ServiceNow that how it's been stored. Fine. Now if I say like my kid in the school now, so he's learning this concept of liquid and solid. Okay, ice is a solid. Water, juice is the liquid. But both are the considered as a beverages. Let's say we can consider both as a beverages. But both are the different types. It means on the top of the class, we have a actually category as well. In our software, in our IT industry, it is two types. Either it's a hardware, it is a software. Or do you have any other type as well? Hardware or software. So these are the two main categories, and under these categories we have a different classes. Now I was checking some LinkedIn post. He gave a very good example of understanding the oops concept. Okay, something I can pick it up from there. Now I said that CI is something which help us to provide the services. Okay, let's say after a very hard work, Rajesh purchased a new laptop, MacBook Air, costing more than 1 lakh. So he will say, if someone say, hey, what do you buy? He say, buy one MacBook. You know that these things are not uh, uh, in expensive. These are the investments. This is asset for me now. How you can say it's investment asset for you? Why it is not a CI for you? This laptop is going to help you to provide the services to the customer, because you are going to be use this laptop, you are going to be work on this laptop, you are going to be do your things on this laptop, and at last you're going to be earn the money with the help of this laptop. And you're telling into the market that I invested in the laptop and it is an asset for me. People say, oh my God, you spent this much money on this laptop. Just to justify, no, it's a asset for me. Like if I typically speak from the Indian parents perspective, we people invest in the gold. Maybe today it's 1,000, 2,000 rupees. Mom says, okay, let's keep it. It will helpful for the daughter marriage. Today they're spending a lot of money to purchasing that gold, but tomorrow they're saying it will become an asset for me. Now the same gold is a CI as well and an asset as well. Let's not go on the gold. The same laptop become a CI and an asset as well. How? CI because it providing a services. It is supporting to provide a services. Asset because it has associated some money foundation now. It has a depreciation. It has a cost. If you scrap it, you'll get some money back. Now let's take example. I purchase, no, I did not. Let's say Namrata purchased a new car. Okay. So people say, wow, Namrata, conversation, you purchase a new car. Yes, it's investment, it's asset for me now. You start considering asset because you know that tomorrow, if required, I can sell out that car as well. So it become automatically asset. 6 months, very good. Things working fine. She was learning the car, driving. She learned and she utilized the car. After 6 months, she's getting some problem in the car. She go to mechanic. Mechanic says, ma'am, we have to change this gearbox or this. Okay. She said, how much expenses? Ma'am, 5,000 will be expenses for this. He came back. He told to his husband, hey, that car has been a little broken down and I go to mechanic. It says 5,000 rupees. Now tell me, this you are considering this car as a CI or as an asset now? What type of component you are considering this car at point of time? It is a CI or it is an asset? What do you think, Rajesh? Namrata, what do you think?
CI.
Why not asset?
Because it is not like not a raw thing.
But
It is
6 months
already
before,
configured.
but 6 months
Or
before you told to people that, hey, we done investment, we purchase a car.
yeah, but car is something like it's not asset. It take fuel. It take something like liability. I mean, not see, car should not be like a asset,
Hmm.
and CI because it is already configured with so many things.
Okay, Rajesh, what your thought?
Car is an asset.
No, but in this case, what you will consider? You will consider this as an asset, or you will consider this as a CI? Okay, now let me take an example again. The same car which Namrata is using, he was fed up with the color. No, no, it's a white color. I don't like white color. She go to mechanic and say, boss, I want to recolor this. Okay, ma'am, we can do it for you. Now it become a red color. Now tell me, on which component you make a change, CI or asset? What do you think, Rajesh? So good, Rajesh.
Can it be both as well?
But at a one point of time, but component is same, object is same, right? If you have a two car, then you can say, okay, one is asset, one is CI. Here is only one car. See, you sofa, either you call as a furniture, right? You mainly consider it as a furniture, right?
Mhm.
Trevor, what do you think? There is a binding between these two as well. That is the reason I put this question. And now I'm sure I'm able to make you confuse it. Sometime now it is well saying in our business analyst world. If you cannot convince to the customer, better confuse them. That will give you the buying of the time as well. But this trick did not work every time. Okay, Trevor, what do you think? The car which Namrata buys, she want to recolor it. Now, what component she is be recoloring? CI or a asset?
I think CI. Atul.
Why not asset? Because this car will be in the parking, and people say, "Wow, Namrata, you make the change in the color as well." It's a asset. You spend money, right? You know tomorrow, if I want to be scrap it out, I'll getting some money back. I'm sure Rajesh is cursing me. Atul, you are so confusing, and you're making us so confused as well. Okay, we will discuss this thing in the practical format. Okay, but practically, if I say there is a linking between CI and a asset, it depends in which circumstance you are talking about that particular component. If you are talking to your relatives, then it is an asset. You're saying it is an asset. But if you are making a change on this, then it is a CI for you. Because for the mechanic, it doesn't matter that it is investment for you or it's renting for you. For him, it is a car. For him, it is a product. For him, it is a CI only, where he need to fix the issue. For you, it matters. So these are the things which we need to be understand. And I'm sure, okay, I'll give one more example. In your house, let's say Rajesh, in your house, you're staying with the parents as well. You're lucky if you're staying with your parents. In the kitchen, you have 30 or 40 spoons. Okay, 30-40 plates, bowls. Now, will you consider this as an asset?
Yes, I will.
But it will be considered as a consumable assets because you're going to be consumed. Maybe tomorrow you'll not get any money back from these selling out these scrap as a scrap. If we are working in a company, we get a laptop. To get a laptop, you raise a request. But to get a mouse or a keyboard, or let's go to a little bit more minute level, to get a this thing cable, that internet cable. Did you raise a request? No. You go to IT department, say, hey, I need one this internet cable. Okay, take this one. But from the company perspective, it is an asset. It is investment. Now, one more point should be clear in the mind that there are only few CIs which become asset. Not every CI. Good drop off. Okay, so there are few CIs which become assets. And also we have to follow one more best practice. Whenever I need to be store this information in my service, now when I say information means the CI or asset. As per service now, we need to be create the CI first and then it go for the assets. In service now, we have a concept. The reason I put concept of the hardware and the software. For me, software is not an investment. But if you speak from the Microsoft perspective, they only work on the softwares. Office 365. For you, it is a software. It is not an investment. It is a CI only because it's expensive. If you're selling out, you're not getting anything. But for the Microsoft, it is an asset as well. Because the binding, money binding is there for them. So now let's come to the service now, that how it look like. Okay. Before that, I'll go. Let me show you something on the CSDM model. So this is what we are discussing yesterday. So we have the CSDM as a module, and there is no need to be activate any plugin. It is coming out of the box. Okay, so here you can see business capability, business application, technical services, all the things will be there for us. What you sell, what you consume, things will be there. So if, as I say in the beginning of this session, if you get a chance, go to Now Learning and try to do the training of the CSDM fundamental. I guess it's 3 or 4 hours training, but it will be a good one. You will get little bit more insights, which I'm not able to provide you. Okay, now let's come to the CMDB. This is in the CMDB. The first part we're going to do the classes. CI classes, CI class manager. It will going to be open your eyes in a more broader manner, because it is a hub. What do you think? How many type of classes ServiceNow provide in a CI? How many classes? Let's say in your house, it's a well-established house. You're staying in this house for the last 10 years, 20 years now. You have everything. If you want to classify these items, how many category you will make? 5, 10, 20, 30 max, 40. If you want to bifurcate each and every component in a specific class. But in the world of service now, they provide more than 100 plus classes. There are the classes which even we don't know. Let me show you here. It says hierarchy, that how the CMDB hierarchy work actually. This is what, let me go in this one. Okay, it will do the same thing. So this is what CI class manager and CI classes. It says total as of now, because it's out of the box. So I have 2,791 CIs provided by ServiceNow. And these are the classes: alias, application, .NET, Active Directory, metrics, advanced queue, these things. Maybe these are little bit out of scope for us because we are not from the network background. Let me show you something good point here. Let's come here. See. Computer peripherals. Here maybe keyboard or mouse only. Computer room also is a asset for me. Computer AC room. Computer room AC is also asset for me. Because I remember that when I was 15, 16 old somewhere. So there was a new setup has been done in my father's office. So they are moving from manual work to this computerized work. And I go to my father office. He was a government employee. Very, very rare. Sometime in 3 or 4 months, once or twice. When he said that, okay, today or tomorrow there will be less work. If you want, you can come and you can play the game as well on the computer. It was completely window based. So when I go there, it was only one room which was allocated to them. And that room has at least 3 to 4 ACs. And you can imagine up 15, 16 years back having a AC at a place. It's a very big achievement. Oh my God, you have an AC. So ServiceNow has a class for the same. Let me come a little bit more down to show you. See, hardware is the main class. Under hardware, I have a chassis as a class. I have a Cisco US chassis, Cisco endpoints. Computer is also one of the class. If I open it, you will find these many subclasses are there. Now I'm giving you one more homework. Did you notice under the hardware, I have a computer class, right? And under the computer class, Under hardware, I have a computer class, and under the computer class, I have a server class as well. If I this one, why there is a server class under computer class? Why computer is as a parent? Why computer and server are not two different entities, two different classes? Think about this. This is one of the question has been asked to by my customer in one of the UAT, and he hold the UAT for this reason, that why you are making computer, or why you are considering computer as a CI of the server as well. Think about this, why? So now you can see this thing, and now you will surprise under the server as well we have a subclasses. Now tell me, how many of you know these many server details? Backup is a separate one. Let me remove backup. SIM, data power, IBM frame. How many of us know about these servers? See, this is what ServiceNow says here. You want to go for the visualization servers. Again, we have another few more classes. Under that, we have few more classes. So the first point from the consulting perspective come. Let's say you are in the discussion with the customer from the CMDB implementation. The first part, the first work, the first activity for you is to understand the as is system, that in which domain, sorry, not domain, it's not that one, in which class they are storing the CIs. Few of my friends having this a problem statement as well. Atul, we are implementing CMDB for our customer, but they don't have any CMDB as of now. I said, how this possible? They're using the normal Excel sheet because it's a small form. Maybe they're not using it. So how we can move, or how we can migrate, or how we can implement CMDB for them? And here's the first step go, is that you need to be classify their CIs into the classes. Again, I'm not sure that how many of, even I did not, how many of attended the auctions. In an auction, when bank do any auction, they have a lot of items to be sale out, but they categorize that so that it is easy for selling out, right? This is what ServiceNow saying. Questions still remain. Atul, so what is the answer for this one? So first of all, you have to be get the all the CI information and try to different, not try, you have to be, try तो होगा ही नहीं यहाँ पर. You have to be segregate the CIs into the proper class. Now another question come, and believe me, these are the practical things. Believe me, there's a one person who ping on the one of the WhatsApp group that I want to create a new class, CI class. How to do that part? Very true that I'm not a technical guy, so I don't know that how it can be done. Okay, but I was worried that why he need a new class. First of all, I put a question to him. Tell me what is the business need of getting a new class? He says that my client want this class. I said client want everything. Client want everything. If you say I can send you the moon from this tool, they'll be okay with the same as well. but it's you who are expert there. We have to be guided. After a lot of discussion with him, I am able to convince him, don't go for a new class. Rajesh is curious. Atul, what was the solution you have given to them? This is what ServiceNow also recommend. They says, I have more than 100 plus classes. It is a very rare chance that the CI which you want to store does not fit this 100 plus classes. In this case, better you pick up the closest class for that CI. Let's say I am going to Rajesh house. Okay. I call to Rajesh, hey Rajesh, what is your address? He told me, Atul, this address is some weird surname, and after that take a turn, my house will be there. 3-4 times I tried to understand, but I did not get it. Then he tell me, Atul, do one thing. Reach at this 4-lane area and take a turn to the left. You will find a very big building, a glass building. Come there. This is the closest one. It is not the exact location which he was telling me earlier, but is the closest one, so that he can guide me from there as well. Then that person go back to the customer and told, sorry, we are not recommended to create a new class. How many CIs do you have? He says, I just have a 4 CIs. Then better use the closest one, and it's deal done. This is what the consulting come here. This is what your expertise and your knowledge come here. So this is the CI classes here. Now let me open the computer class, because this is what we're going to be taking example. So this is my computer class. Like in the ITSM, we have task table as a base and the core table. Here we have CMDB underscore CI is my base table or my core table. All the classes, all the class tables which has been extended or which has been created in ServiceNow, they're using CMDB underscore CI as a extension table. As an extension table. So this is my computer class. And these are my attributes. See. Now, if I say, okay, Rajesh, do you have a laptop? Yes, Atul, I have a laptop. Can you tell me the configuration? Yes. Windows 11. OS is done and that part Windows is done. Memory 16 GB. Sorry, RAM 16 GB. Hard disk 1 TB. Processor i7 core. Intel Core 7 Core i7. Graphic cards 4 GB. Music cards or the sound cards 2 GB of this manufacturer. It means there are a lot of fields which a computer contains, and you can see here 107 fields. And I can assure you practically, if someone asks you, hey, what laptop you have, you just have a 5 points you could tell. Processor, RAM, ROM, screen height, that's all. And now it's coming latest as well, touch or non-touch as well. But if you want to store that information in a ServiceNow, then you have 107 fields. These are the all fields. Derived means which are coming from the CMDB table. CMDB is CA table. Total 80 fields are coming from that particular table. So you can imagine how big this C is. Now if I go here, you can see the relationship as well. That a computer can be related with the other CI. This study table belongs to or used by Rajesh, and this study table is used by Rajesh 5. Both are working, both are professionals. In a two separate rooms, they have two separate computer table. One used by Rajesh, one used by his wife. So this is the relationship which ServiceNow suggested. See, computer is on the rack. That is the reason that computer has a subclass called the server. Because ServiceNow say server is nothing. Server is a computer only. So why should I put a separate class or as a parent class? I can drive it from the computer itself. In a layman language, if I ask, okay, Rajesh, what is computer? Oh, sorry, what is server? Atul, server is something which we use to host something. It has a lot of memory or the hard disk. It has a kind of a processor. It has kind of a RAM. But it is not. It don't have any kind of a screen. But rest all it's a server only. This is what ServiceNow says. So this computer provides Hyper-V virtual network registered on this machine, has a power on this rack, is depend on this service and this computer, and has a member cluster as well. This thing. Now if I come down, see, this computer contains storage disk, storage enclosure, storage replica. This computer on patches. This computer visualized by, maybe I am using this computer as a cluster virtualization character. It's not visualization, sorry, virtualization by this one. It uses these things. So the same study table or the computer table is used by, is managed by, is contained by, it's owned by. Multiple relationships are there. And when we go for the practice, then only we're able to learn this thing, that how these things actually work. Now, if I go here, let's open the server class. This one, right? See, if I go here for the basic information, CMDB underscore CI. But if I go here, it will be derived, I guess, from here, a relationship. See, almost same relationship which we have with the computer as well. Because ServiceNow say it's a computer only, it's nothing, server is nothing, it's a computer only. I want to do a testing. I want to host a website. Where I will host? I'll host on server. What is server? It is nothing. It's just a hardware. It's just a component, or it's a kind of a, it's a component where you able to have a hard disk and you can keep it there, your data. I'm hosting it on that server. I remember one of my friend who, after doing our masters, after 1 year, he started his coaching center. So when I visited his house, he has a very big CPU. I said, what is this? He said, this is a server. I said, what? Yes, it's a server. My all the application are hosted here. In short, for me it's a computer only. For him it's a server. For me it's a computer only because it has a screen, it has a CPU, it has a monitor. So this is what the reason we have gave it. And this is created by ServiceNow. It's not created by us. Now let's come to a little bit more depth. Let's go here. Computer. Okay, before that, any doubt, any question anybody has? Trevor, Rajesh, Namrata, Pooja, Ola, and interesting, right?
Yes, quite interesting.
Good. Okay. Now let's come to the next part. We're discussing about the computer class, right? Now let's create a CI of computer. This is I'm going to create a new CI configuration item. Let's say I'm putting the name called the LNG. Every computer has an asset, so I can say LNG 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which company? It's not the manufacturer. No. Or let's leave it as of now. It's not mandatory. What is the manufacturer of this computer? I said it is a SR. What model? This is a blank. Sorry, model is a reference field. It is a, let's say I want put to SR. There's no model. Good. Let's put Apple i7 27-inch. Okay. Rest, if you want to put, you can put it here. Intention to create this is asset. It's a, what I can say, read only. Go and save. I guess something newly they introduced called the create OT asset. Not sure what is the OT asset. We need to wait few minutes actually, because now in the background a process is running, which we see in the tomorrow's class. That this CI, I'm getting a CI, but I'm expecting that asset should get created automatically. So in this case, when you purchase the car from the showroom, it is a CI for them. It is not an asset, it is a CI for them. As soon as you purchase, you get the gate pass, you done the delivery, you get the keys, it become asset for you. Same thing, let's say Namrata go to market and she bring one set of spoon. Will it become the asset for Namrata? No. Practically if I say yes, logically if I say yes, but practically it's not, because it's very less investment. Just 100 rupees. I got one set of spoon, 100 rupees. It's not invest. It is not investment for me. It's a peripheral device, consumable device, assets. Okay, so we are waiting to update this field, and asset should come automatically. This is what the fundamental of ServiceNow says. In the background, ServiceNow define that if you are creating a CI for a specific class, only then the asset should get created automatically. Otherwise, no, I guess it will not create. Let me put serial number as well. It take little time actually. That's fine. Nothing to be worried on that, but it will get created. Now, in the meantime, let's see about the other fields. So every computer has a OS operating system like this. Now tell me how many of us know about all these operating systems? I know only Windows or only Unix. But in the Windows as well, they have a lot of things. 2000 window, advanced, data center, data services. So with what is yours one? You can pick it up. I can say, okay, mine is Mac OS 9. What is the RAM? 16 GB. Who is a CPU manufacturer? Yes, sir. Because now think from the company perspective. Rajesh is working in a company, they give him a laptop. For Rajesh, it is just a laptop. But for the company, it is both CI and the laptop. They want to make sure that everything should be updated. OS version 10. OS spec Windows. A lot of things you can put it here. Disk space in GB 1 TB or 10 TB or 100 TB kind of things. Then I can click on the save here. This asset creation generally take time. It take time actually because a lot of business rules run in the background. And then this thing come into the picture. If I'm not wrong, this thing will get created very soon now. We need to wait a little bit more here. Okay, no problem. Let's come down here. Okay. Let's come down here. Now we're talking about this thing, relationship. How I can build the relationship as well. How I can build the relationship as well. So click on this plus icon. Don't consider this as an end user training. No, it is not an end user training for us. It is a functional knowledge we'll be putting here. So sometimes what happened that when I give a training, so it happened with me. I was showing this thing on the practical part. So one of the participants said, Atul, wow, you did the very good end user training. No, it's not an end user training. It is for us. The things we have to make sure, the things we have to understand is that number one, when I open this computer class, I can see few recommended relationship given by ServiceNow to me. Again, same study table has a two relationship. Belongs to Rajesh, contain charging board and used by Rajesh wife and managed by mom or father. Any repair, any wear and tear, father will take care. So here we can build a relationship. Let's say I want to say this computer contains, and when you say contains, only it can contain these many classes. You can put anything else as well, but I'm saying because I said it's a recommended one. Let's see local ST. and click on the add. And now you can see your one become the parent and this become child. Let me change the relationship. Depends on. This computer is depend on. See, when you change the relationship, the filter also gets changed. How smartly ServiceNow has been designed. This is what we need to be understand. So in this case, my computer class or my computer will become a child. And if I select anything from here, let's say I'm selecting this thing. And putting on the plus. And now you can see. Oops. Oh, mine was still on the parent only. Okay, let me change something here. Host. It takes some time to be load the data. Okay, so it host. There's nothing for the hosting as well. Okay, let me say inherit instances. Generally, it don't have much data as well because it's a PDI, or let's say connect to this one. And let me click on the plus icon here. So everywhere it is only the parent. Consume child. Consume by. Okay, let me do this thing. I have to pick up the another example as well, or maybe other relationship as well. Now it become the this thing. Now I click on this and I click on the save and exit. What I'm doing, I give one classic example. Generally, I give in my trainings as well. When a child take a birth, okay, as soon as the child come into the world, real world, people start calling that child or making relationship with that child, or the parents start telling that child, this is your mama, this is your papa, this is your grandfather, this is your uncle, this is your auntie. See how quickly the relationship start building. This is what we're doing here. And now it become dependency. And two things if you notice, number one, we have a asset has been get created, and number two, my relationship has been get created. This relationship help you in the change implementation time. Let me show you. That is a we say, right, in the service now, or not in the service now, in the IT industry, when you're raising a change, we have to do the impact analysis. That is my change is going to be impact. I'm not sure that if I gave this example earlier or not. Let's say Rajesh, let's say Namrata's father says that um, that let's renovate the house. Let renovate the house. Namrata, no, it's a March month is going on. Namrata's husband is in the bank. It's a closing time for him, so he cannot spend that time. Namrata, no, the kid is very small now. She cannot give a time to set up the things, to remove the things, to clean the things. Okay, then she said, no, Dad, let's postpone at least for the one more month. Let my husband get free from the banking part because it's a crucial month for him. All the closings and he need to be stay late in the evening in the house, in the office, and all the things will be there. And you will be delaying that part. How you are able to do that part? because of impact analysis. Maybe your father says, let's do the renovation part. And you know that after 10 days or 15 days, there's the first birthday of your kid. And also your husband is also busy in banking. So you have to do the impact analysis. No, no, no. Dad, if you do now, it will take 1 month approximately to clean everything. So better let's avoid, or let's do after the birthday and this banking month closer. This is what you're doing because you already have a relationship on the place and you're doing the impact analysis. So come here, and if I raise a change on my LNG offering, this one, I can see the dependency graph from here. That is the reason it is important. CMDB is the core. CMDB is the core, heart of everything. So by seeing this, you're saying if I deploy any change on this, these things also get down and this thing also can get impacted. Even though there's a no direct relationship with this, because there is a parent. I'm just working on the child, so parent is not going to impact, but downstream definitely can get impacted. For this, these are downstreams. These also get impacted. From where this picture is coming? This picture is coming from the relationship which we just built. So that is it is important for us to know that what exact relationship we have to build. And it's not, and if I tell you CSGM is nothing, as we discussed yesterday, it is a concept of two things, your services and your relationship. That's all. Nothing in the CSGM mode. How it is going to impact what services. So now if in this change, I put a service as well, then I can see the more better relationship. And if I link this service with this CI, then you're getting everything on a single place. Clear everybody till this point. Trevor, Rajesh has been dropped. Namrata, Ola, and Pooja. Clear everybody.
Yes, Atul.
Great. Okay. Now I will not move forward because only one topic has been left here, which we need to be understand is that how this asset and CA has been linked up. So that is we're going to be do by in tomorrow's class. Okay. Any question before I make a closer of this recording stop here? Okay. Let me close the record.